Hello.
Yeah.
Hi. Hey there. You want to pay it?
Okay, I need to get a transfer.
What is all this stuff?
That is motions to dismiss.
Oh. Okay.
And we don't know who the prosecutor will be on this.
This is for Judge. Do I have a court date?
No, ma'am.
No. What is this?
It's a motion to dismiss.
So you have to give it to the judge?
We'll have to give it to the judge and the prosecutor.
And neither one of them are here, so I'll leave it for him. I'm going to have to leave this for him. I'll make a copy of the ticket.
Okay. And can we get something on your letterhead stating that we were here today?
Yeah, that we were here and the time and stuff.
Give me time to think.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, you go do credit cards and then something like this comes in.
Yes, ma'am.
What's going on? Okay.
Take your time. Take your time.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. If you have a discrimination with the court, this could be the letter. I'll say this could be the letter. Then once you receive this, once we get it here, they're going to send you a court date. Okay? So I have to put it in the computer and then I'll get a court date and mail it to you. Now,
Well, they could just mail us the letter of dismissal.
that's not how they do it. You come into the court on the date. You could come in. He comes in once once a month on the second Tuesday. So that's September the 6th. And you could just come in with this on September the 6th. I'll prepare a file for him. And y'all just bring this in September the 6th. He'll be here at 1.
We would prefer...
to get a court date in the mail.
Well, I certainly don't want a court date. I'd prefer for him to send me the letter of dismissal through the mail. That would be fine.
Yeah, but
if he is intent on bringing us into court and having us...
No, it's not that. That's just a procedure. The procedure is you can discriminate against the ticket, and then you come in with your attorney if you have one. And
There's no way to speak to the judge
then
before
he
we
has a
record
file here waiting for you to talk to you. It's just a procedure.
Okay. No, I object to the procedure because I've been through this a number of times.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that he can just send me the letter of dismissal through the mail. I've had that happen quite a few times.
Not in Cuba.
Maybe not in CUNY. And if we need to come back, then, we need to come back. But
Yeah, you can come back September the 6th.
And can I get a letter saying that we were here at the date and time that was specified?
Well, you mean I can let me see what I have here. Hold on. And it actually isn't a letter saying you've been here.
No, it's just something that you would print up on your letterhead saying that Tamara was here on such and such date at such and such time to...
Yeah, I don't have that on my computer. I know, this is CUNY.
I know. Most people don't have that, but they just make it up. Say, okay, yeah, it's on our letterhead. You were here.
It's just to acknowledge that we didn't ignore
Right.
the
date.
contract on the ticket that says I would be here to acknowledge.
And keep all our ducks in a row also.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me see if I can do that with this program I have here. So you're not paying the ticket, you want a court date?
No, ma'am. I want the judge to send me a letter of dismissal.
I know, but that's not how you do it. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say that I want a court date because who would want a court date?
No, I mean, what I'm saying is that is the option.
That's his procedure, and that's
Yeah.
that's fine. That's how it works. But I'm not going to tell you I want a court date, because why would I want to do that? That would be nobody
because you
wants
sit
to
this
go
in.
to court.
That's what. See, that's just the way you're doing it. That's just the way it is. It's not like, okay, you brought this letter in, so you have to have a court date. Otherwise, pay the ticket. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and that's your procedure. I'm just telling you I don't want a court date.
Oh, what do you want?
I want a letter of dismissal.
I know, but the
I'm not gonna
procedure for
let it
that is to come into court. So what? Now what?
Well, I mean, I told you what I wanted,
But
but
how would you want me to do that? See?
well, to acknowledge that there's no proof of jurisdiction whatsoever, and to send a letter of dismissal, dismissing the fraudulent charges.
There's no What did you say?
I said there's no evidence of jurisdiction. Therefore, the court doesn't have the standing to bring me in the first place.
Oh, I don't have that authority to tell you to give you a letter of dismissal.
I know you don't, but if you give that to the judge and you give that to the prosecutor, then they can together decide that they want to send me a letter of dismissal.
Yeah, but he won't do it unless you're here.
And that's fine. If he tells me to show up, I'm going to show up. But I'm not going to tell you that I want to show up,
Oh,
because
I
of
see what
course
you're
I
saying.
don't
Okay,
want
You
to.
just want him to send you a letter saying show up. That's fine.
Well, that's not really what I want, but
Yeah,
you know, if that's
okay.
what we get, that's what we get.
That's fine. That's fine. Let me just type this in right quick. 'Cause I got it right here. And you can show up. I'm just telling you, you can show up to September the 6th. Instead of waiting for the letter, I mean, I'm going to type a letter and say show up September the 6th. That's what you want?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
You're trying to make me work, and I don't want to work. I don't want to write a letter. Okay, let me see here. This is not going to show up on the computer. Well, let me
Okay, 47. 47. 36. 22. 21. 30. 82. 64. 79. Six, 4, 7, 5. 0, 3, 1, 6, 1, 0. No, I'm
So
sorry.
your plea is not guilty, right?
No, ma'am.
We're not entering a plea today.
No plea?
No, ma'am. Not today.
Okay, now you want me to write a letter saying that you were here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let me close this window.
Sure.
And I'll go get a letterhead in the back. I'll have it up here.
Ma'am? No, ma'am.
I can't hear her.
I think she said, are we going to bring an attorney in?
Why would I bring an attorney if I don't have a court date? But how would I bring, I mean, why would I hire an attorney to a court date if I don't even have evidence of the...
We can't hear you, sorry.
I'm sorry?
I'm going to give you a court date on the paper.
Well, how would I be able to... arrive to my court date and be able to enter a plea without the evidence.
We don't need a court date on the paper, ma'am. You can.
Yeah, but
If it wants to
this is what's
set
gonna
up a
happen.
court date, he can mail that to us.
No, he
But
doesn't do it. I do it.
On this paper, all I need to do is just show that we were here today,
I
that
understand
to
what you're
negate
saying.
any
I understand
failure
what
to
you're saying,
appear
but
charges.
it's just gonna be double work. I'm gonna go back and type up a letter and send it to you.
We may have to go back and type up the letter and send it to me.
Why?
Because we don't need that right now. We just need the letter saying that we were here at this date and time.
Yeah, but I'm gonna put it on there anyway.
That's not what I need.
I know it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, I am.
Um,
Because I'm gonna do it. It's double work.
I
put down
realize
here-
you're going to do what you want to do, but
Yeah,
we
I
object
put
to that.
down here, Tamara Benson walked in with motion to dismiss documents, so I'm talking to you, and I'm giving you a court date of September the 6th.
Okay.
Are you giving the court date, or is the judge giving the court date?
I am the court clerk.
Okay, so you are the one who sets the court dates. Can you put that on a separate piece of paper for me?
No.
Because it's all going to be evidence, and it's going to be double work for me.
And don't work for me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so I'm going to put this, make a copy of it, put it with your file. You can come if you want to, or not. If he reads the paper,
Repeat that? You
I'm
said-
going to make a file on this for September.
Could you repeat
6th.
that? You said I could come if I want to or not on the 6th?
You have a choice. I'm going to give you the date. I'm going to make a copy of it, put it with these documents, make a file, put it on his desk right here. He comes here. He lives in Rusk. He works in Rusk. So he comes here and looks at the file, and he'll read these papers. And he'll either give you what you want, or he'll say, I need to see them. Is that fine? Is that okay?
Well, yes, ma'am, that's fine. But then there's no reason to put on this paper that we would have a court date if he's still going to determine if there's even going to be one.
No, he doesn't determine it. If you want to do this, that's what he told me to do.
He would have to determine if there's going to be a court date. If there was evidence to even have a
We're
court
not that
date.
big. I do it. We're not that big.
I'm just trying to make sure proper procedures are followed.
Yeah, that's why he gives me the schedule right here.
Mm-hmm.
I come in once a month. If they want to protest it, give them the date. So it's no big deal. It's just you just know when it is. And you don't have to come, or you can go.
All I need is the letterhead saying that we were here. And then if you want to put on a different letterhead,
I'm not doing that.
why not? Why not?
I gotta think.
So you're not doing that because it would be extra work for you?
No, because it doesn't make any sense. You're standing right here.
Well, it does make sense because the only thing I actually need is just saying that we were here.
Well, this was a courtesy. Really, you don't even need this.
I mean, I do need that.
No, you don't. It's on the record. You don't really need it.
Well, I need my records. See,
Well,
I have to have a record
courtesy.
too.
I'm doing it as a courtesy for you.
Yes, ma'am. Can we stick to the courtesy then and just leave on the paper that we were here?
No, because then I have to go back up and do the same thing in a few minutes. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, it does
And
because
you're wasting my time. So be quiet. Let me do this, and then I can go.
I'm going to reiterate that this whole conversation is being recorded.
Well, that's fine.
I've never had a clerk tell me that before.
Tell you what.
Okay.
To tell me that they're not going to do it because it's too much work for them, that they don't want to do
It is
their job as laid out within the statutes of the state of
Oh, well,
Texas.
let this be the record that I did not say that. I did not say I would not do my job. If you're taping me, Make sure you hear this. I did not say I did not want to do my job.
You said you didn't want to do double work.
I did not say I do not want to do double work, because that is double work. It's a waste of paper and time.
That's your opinion.
No, it's not. That's a fact.
It's your opinion. I
It's a fact.
need both papers.
I'm not doing
Separately.
both papers. Period.
It should, well, no, I don't have to well, I'm sure it's here.
Now I'm going to make a copy of this, close my little window, and I'll be right back.
It doesn't have a handle on this thing. It's not so easy. Just get flustered.
Ms. Benson? Okay, just said you brought in some documents to dismiss or whatever. Bring it back to the Judge Pfeiffer on September the 6th, 2016. She's just a clerk. This is the judge. Okay, September the 6th, bring your documents, and he'll go forward from there.
It's just it's not a court date.
No, it's not a court date, it's when the judge is in
That's just
here.
when the judge is in like tomorrow.
No.
Yeah.
So we have a question here also.
Okay, I'm listening.
This says that we're supposed to be here on or before this date, so we're wondering if the judge is going to be held to the same standards that we would be held to.
Explain.
Well, if we didn't show up, then we would get a failure to appear.
No,
I'm telling you, no. Just be here on the 6th, and he'll be here.
So
it's different.
It's different.
Failure to appear to court?
Failure to appear means you don't show up.
Right.
This is not a court date.
The judge didn't show up. He's not here.
Okay. This is not a court date. I got it. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Well, do I?
So
Listen.
he goes by a different set of rules than everybody else. If he doesn't show up to what the contract says, then it doesn't matter.
Okay, now.
If we don't show up to it, we get a failure to appear, a warrant issued for our arrest, and then men with guns come into our house to arrest us. So we'll
Just let me know when you're through, and I'm gonna mess you up all the way around.
All right. The question is, will the judge be held to the same standards that we would be for not showing up today?
Okay. I'm the one that wrote you this ticket.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I said what I always tell everybody: make arrangements on or the date of. Okay, 12 o'clock. That's the arrangement part of the ticket. The judge will be. If she said the judge will be here on the 6th, he'll be here on the 6th. Now, you're
right
here.
It says you are hereby notified to appear before Pfeiffer, Judge Pfeiffer, in the municipal court.
Okay.
So this doesn't say anything about making arrangements.
What did I
It says
say?
that we have.
I didn't even write you the ticket. I wrote her the ticket. So ask her what I told her.
But it doesn't matter. This is
Okay.
the
It
contract.
doesn't. The contract is you're here making arrangements, right?
We're here
Today is the what?
to see the judge.
You're not here to appear to see the judge.
Well, that's
You're
what
here.
the contract says.
Okay, you gonna let me talk, or you gonna talk, and we both gonna keep talking together?
Go ahead.
Okay, it's all good. You're making. Okay, I'm sorry about that. All right, this states make arrangements on or before.
Where does it say that?
I told her
But
that.
that's not what the contract says.
You gonna listen to me, or you just gonna keep telling what the contract says?
Well, you keep telling me what you said, but what
Okay.
really matters is what the piece of paper says.
The judge will be here on the 6th, so you can talk to the judge on the 6th. And no, you won't have any warrants out for your arrest because I'll go in here and put it in myself. Okay. Does that satisfy the motion? Because you're left braining me, and I'm trying to tell you, we good.
Now, left brain is logic and reasoning. Correct.
You're right.
And the logic says that we were supposed to be here.
And I'm
in front of
verbally
the judge
telling
to
you.
appear before Judge Pfeiffer, who is not here, who has
Correct.
failed to appear.
No.
Because
How can the judge fail to appear?
Well, because the contract says he's supposed to be here.
Okay. I'll take
First
care
of
of
all,
it. I got it, Chief. I got it. So, be here on the 6th, and the judge will be here. Okay. And I'll go in here and take care of that for you.
We had no obligation to be here on the 6th. We came in good faith.
So you're
trying to
taking
take
care of the ticket?
As far as the contract says, we've taken care of the ticket currently. We were here. This says we were here. This says what we had to do.
Okay, what have you taken care of? I'm just walking into the situation.
We took care of the contract. All the contract says is to be here in front of Judge Pfeiffer today. Here we are. He's not here.
Hold on, wait a minute.
All right.
How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Chris Larson.
All right, Chief Singsfield, how you doing?
Hey, good to meet you, Chief.
What on the contract does it say? First of all, it's not a contract, it's a traffic citation. Nowhere does it say that he said, oh, listen, he said, I'm quite sure the sergeant explained to you when he wrote the ticket for you to make arrangements to take care of it on or before this particular date.
I didn't explain to him, Chief.
If you read the yellow sheet of paper that we
I explained it to him.
will you bring me a copy of the courtesy level, please? So we can show you the courtesy level. Low hands. Show him the
Here's the courtesy letter. I did give you one of these, didn't I? Yeah. So that's everything you need to know to take care of your citation, okay? This, what I tell everybody, now listen to me, what I tell everybody, make arrangements 2 or 4. This is not a warrant that the judge should be here. But
it is a warrant that we should be here.
no, it said take care of the situation or make arrangements before this date.
But if we didn't show up,
If you didn't show up for this,
then there'd be a failure to appear.
it's not a failure to appear. It's
What
just
would
that
it
you
be?
didn't take care of your citation.
So a warrant would be issued.
It would be.
But what would the charge be? Failure to appear.
No, the charge would be you have a warrant out for a ticket that you 64 and a 55.
So if I didn't show up on that date, you
Sir,
wouldn't issue a warrant for failure to appear.
Sir, what you need to do, this sheet right here tells you, if you call on before this date, right here, you were in a plea on that particular date. If we could not come to a satisfactory resolution at that point, then a court date. If you decided to plead not guilty, then they will set a court date for you at that particular time.
So this is just for me to enter a plea?
Right. I know the officer. I know this officer here, Sergeant Richardson.
Okay,
He gave me the sheet of paper here when he gave the citation, right?
I understand what the issue is now. Question,
Oh, I gotta agree with him.
so you guys are operating under the assumption that just because somebody's physically in the state of Texas, that the statutes and codes of the state of Texas are applicable to that person? Is that
They
correct?
are applicable.
Okay.
And that's your opinion.
No, sir, it's fact.
Hold on.
When you listen to me,
Oh, I want to hear the evidence.
the rights, this is you drive on the roads of the state of Texas is a privilege, not a right. And when you sign the application, it tells you right then there that you are going to abide by the rules and regulations by the state of Texas.
Do you have any evidence of that?
Ma'am, do you want to make a plea right now?
How can I enter in a plea knowingly without seeing evidence of the nature and cause of the claim against me?
This is the
I'm
cause.
all I'm asking for is evidence.
This is evidence right here.
Okay, can you show me on here where it
That's
shows
hearsay.
that the laws are applicable to me just because I'm in the state of Texas?
If you really want to go there, we'll go there. And we'll push you to where it needs to go.
I want to.
Okay, so then what you're doing at this point, you're pleading not guilty, right?
No.
You have to be.
Negative.
Because this is not a court hearing, so we're not trying to try this right now.
Well, if it's not
Only the judge can make a determination.
Why would I make a plea?
Why don't you, I tell you what, either you got 1 or 2 options right now at this point. Either you make a plea, or if you don't make a plea on today, then a warrant will be issued against your arrest.
So, okay.
You can have a hearing.
10 minutes ago, it was all I have to do is come back and talk to the judge. But now that you got upset with me, I have to enter a plea right now without any evidence against me, or I'm going to have a warrant against my arrest.
This is
That's fine. Can you show me where it says? Show me.
It says that you went.
Objection.
The officer clocked
That's
you at
the
60.
claim. That's the claim.
This is the hearsay.
Okay.
That's the
There's no
claim.
factual
But where's the
That is
evidence?
to us, that's the factual evidence right there.
Do you have any factual evidence to back up your claim that the statutes and codes of the state of Texas are applicable to Tamara just because she's physically in the
She
state of
has.
Texas.
Does she have a Texas driver's license?
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
It
If
does
you
not
sign,
matter.
if you have man, where's your driver's license? If you have a Texas driver's license, you are. Matter of fact, read the back of them.
Yeah, let me read that real quick.
Matter of fact, you know what?
Emergency contact number,
get back.
allergic
Go
reaction.
Texas roadside assistance, emergency contact. You see anything on there that says anything
I
about
don't.
anything on the front?
No, I don't.
No, because it
But-
doesn't exist.
But what does exist is that you guys were caught on my camera speeding. And what I'm not understanding what's
Asabi, what doesn't exist is the proof that she is.
We just want evidence.
There's no
of
proof that
jurisdiction.
she has to abide by the laws of the state of Texas. If you have that proof, then present it.
First of all, always here in the transportation code. It's right here in the transportation code. Second of all,
Objection that's non-responsive, sir. I'm not asking you for what the law says. I'm asking you for facts. And
Here it is, right here.
To say that this law or this code is applicable to her.
It is.
Because it
it
says
is.
so.
If she has a Texas driver's license, she signed a document saying that she agreed to abide by it.
Where's that document?
That's-
Do you have it? 'Cause
It's-
we say it doesn't exist.
Texas
Do you have
Department of Public
evidence?
Safety has it.
Do you have evidence of it?
Sir, it's like this, ma'am. It's like this. Either today you file a plea of guilty or not guilty.
Well, we can't do that.
I
'cause
don't
we're not in
understand
court.
why I have to file a plea right now.
Because, or either
10
you
minutes
need-
ago I didn't.
Or either you need to get you an attorney, you need to get your
We don't
attorney,
need an attorney.
Why would I-
and submit a letter to the judge.
Why would we submit anything?
If today is the day that you're supposed to answer on today, we're requesting you to answer a plea of guilty or not
Sir,
guilty.
you should read your contract more closely.
It's not a contract, sir.
It is. It's a
No, it's not.
contract.
It's a
that
traffic
Tamara-
citation.
It's a contract that
No, it's
Tamara
not.
will,
No,
will
it's not.
appear in front of Judge Pfeiffer on that date and time.
No,
That's
sir,
what the
it's not.
contract is. It doesn't say anything about we have to show up to pay a citation or to make a plea. It doesn't say anything about that. If it does, you show me where on there it does, and I'll concede.
It says right here, on or before, right here, on or before.
Yeah, read it in its full context. You are hereby noticed to appear in front of Judge
Formally.
Pfeiffer on or before.
You're promised to appear in the time that they designated in his notice. Okay.
Okay, where does that say
Right
anything about
here.
making a plea?
Right here, in the courtesy letter.
This is a courtesy letter.
Right, and it tells you how to handle the citation.
This is hearsay. It has
Sir,
no legal
right
standing.
now, right, yes, it does. Right now, at this point, sir, either you can make a plea or risk getting 1-5 arrest. This is bottom line.
Well, she just told us that we could come back on the 6th and
Yeah,
talk to the
I have a
judge.
document that says I can come back on the
And
6th
we
and
have
talk to
it
the judge.
audio recorded that we can do that. And now the chief of police is standing here
I'm telling you
us
that, yes, I said it. I've said it. And then that's not admissible because did you let her know that you
I
recorded?
absolutely did. And also,
No, after the fact. So that's inadmissible. That's
No,
after the
you're
fact.
wrong,
No,
because-
you're wrong.
you're wrong
After the
because
fact,
she's a
sir.
public servant.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
She is not a public servant. She is not a public servant.
She's a public servant.
No, it's
You're
not.
a public servant.
She is
He's
not a public servant. She is not.
Everybody in this
She-
building
she-
is
she
a
is a
public
clerk.
servant, with the exception of me.
She is not a public
and
servant.
Ms.
She is
Vincent.
not a public servant.
She is a public servant.
Show me that. Show me where. You show me evidence
It's
that
her
she's a
check.
public servant.
Let me see her check. Who's
Okay.
it wrote by?
Okay.
That's
She's
all the
not a public
evidence you need.
She's not a public
That's
servant.
all the evidence you need. Who's that check wrote by? It's wrote by the county. It's wrote
Sir,
by the
either-
state.
Citation was already
It's wrote by the state.
Right. So she. So
We're talking philosophical here.
No, it seemed like we've been talking that since I walked in the door. But however, there's a citation. It said on or before,
sorry?
make arrangements or appear. And just
I
take
can't
care of
hear
it.
you.
I mean, take care of it.
I'm sorry, I really just can't hear you through the glass.
You ready to make a plea today?
I'm just talking.
Otherwise, you can't arrest you.
I just don't understand.
Well, understand this. If you don't make a plea right now, you're going to arrest you. I'm trying to solve the whole problem.
It's
So
a
either
technicality.
get out
You
of
have
here or
no
make a
evidence
plea.
of jurisdiction.
This is
She was
ridiculous.
wrong. She was wrong.
You
She was wrong.
You have
Correct.
no evidence of
My
jurisdiction.
officer's evidence.
You just told me if I don't make a plea right now, I'm gonna get arrested. Right now.
Right now, where's the judge?
Where do I just don't understand. All I'm asking for is evidence before I go to court because that's standard, isn't it? You have the evidence against you before you go to court.
There's a copy of it in there.
What date?
I'm really not understanding why things got so heated. All I'm asking for is evidence of the nature and cause against
We're
me.
not, ma'am, this is not court. So
I understand. I'm saying before I go to court.
We'll call.
We're not required.
I can't hear him. Like, they shut the door, so now I can't hear him. He's speaking directly to me.
Speaking to the wall. Sir, when did you become a judge or a prosecutor and have any reason to go through the motions that were entered in for the judge or the prosecutor? Officer. Was that letter addressed to you or Judge Pfeiffer? My motions, Tamara's motions to dismiss.
The Honorable Judge Pfeiffer. Go, Judge.
What? This is.
Yes, you received a citation approximately 10 days ago, is that correct?
I'm not sure about the exact how many days it is, but it is correct. Yeah, approximately, yes.
Okay. Once the citation is issued, the defendant has approximately 10 days for an appearance date. The appearance date is to allow the defendant either to come in and plead, or they could say, I want a pretrial, or I want to speak with the city attorney. This is not the pretrial date. The pretrial date is where we hear motions for discovery, dismissals, anything else from either the defendant or the plaintiff. So today will just be an appearance date, not a pretrial. A judge is not required to be there for an appearance date.
And
So what we need to know today is if you want to, and I'm assuming my court clerk issued or told you certain ways depending upon the type of offense you're charged with, and I don't know what it is. Depending upon the type of offense, there may be an opportunity to have a ticket dismissed by way of compliance or defensive driving or deferred probation, some way along those lines, if you qualify. If you do not qualify, then what we need to know today would be whether you wish to plead guilty. Guilty means you're saying, I did do it. And there'll be a fine assessed to it. Not guilty simply means you want a trial. It could be a jury trial, which is made up of folks there in CUNY, or a bench trial, which is just in front of a judge, no jury. The third thing could be no contest. No contest means you're not saying you did it, not saying you didn't do it, you're just not going to fight it, meaning you're not going to contest it. It has the same consequence as a guilty plea. You'll be found guilty, and that fine would be imposed. Depending upon, what you would like to do, there's a variety of ways to take care of a fine. But what we need to know today, the appearance day is, do you wish to enter a plea, or do you wish to have a pretrial hearing, or speak to a city attorney to see if you might negotiate a plea? That is what we would require as of today.
yeah. And Judge,
Yes.
can I hold it?
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Please don't throw it.
I won't throw it. I won't.
I did not know things were going to get so heated.
No. The question that we have, Judge, is, I guess, are you operating under the presumption that just because we are physically within the state of Texas, that the Constitution and laws of the state of Texas are applicable to Tamara?
The Constitution and laws of the state of Texas and the United States apply to those who are within the jurisdiction of the court. Yes.
So you answer yes. Okay. And
You are subject to the laws of Texas and the United States.
and that's your opinion, but do you have any factual
That is
evidence to
my
back that
opinion,
up?
and that is how, as a judge, what will go on. Do you wish to file a motion to dismiss?
The motion's been filed.
Okay. We will schedule it for a pretrial hearing, at which time I will hear your evidence to support your motion for dismissal, and I will make a ruling at that time.
And also, Judge, Chief Sinkfield has threatened to arrest my wife if she did not make a plea today.
I said that is not that is not what I said.
We have you recorded saying it, Chief.
What I told you, sir,
Chief.
well, you were in risk of not pleading.
Chief Sinkfield,
Sir?
I'm speaking now. I'm
Okay.
speaking now.
Okay.
If the defendant refuses to enter a plea, the law allows the court to enter a plea of not guilty on her behalf.
Oh.
Does she wish to enter a plea
All
today?
I don't know how I can knowledgeably enter a plea without knowing the nature and
In
cause.
that case, I will enter a plea on your behalf of not guilty.
We object
I
to
don't-
that.
I don't-
That's practicing law from the bench or the phone or whatever you want to call it right now.
That is
Because
following the law.
Tamara's
If you
not
wish to plead
refusing.
guilty or no contest, then the issue is moot because you will have been found guilty or no, been found guilty based upon a plea of guilty or no contest. The only way to continue on to hear your motion to dismiss is to have a plea of not guilty. A plea of not guilty is the only plea which you can change. As of this time, at this moment, the plea is not guilty, and we will schedule it for a pretrial, at which time we'll hear whatever motion you wish to file.
Judge, the issue here is that Tamara can't knowingly, willingly, or voluntarily enter a plea of anything without knowing the nature and cause of the charges being brought against her. And part of that...
What is on the citation?
Speeding.
The nature and cause involves jurisdiction.
Yeah, we need
The
to...
citation states
We need to
that she
handle
is
the
in violation
issue
of what law?
We need to handle the issue of jurisdiction first. It says
No.
that she's
First,
in
you brought up
violation
the
of
issue of
speeding.
what the charge is. I would like to know what she's charged with.
Speeding.
Speeding,
Speeding.
6455.
That is the nature of the charge. The speeding means that you are in violation of the speeding laws of the state of Texas, wherein you have exceeded that speed, which is set as a rational and reasonable speed for the conditions thereof. The posted speed limit is, by law, the minimum, or actually the maximum law allowed at that location. Next.
Judge, do you have any evidence, or has the prosecutor presented any evidence that the statutes...
We have not had a trial yet. That is where evidence will be presented.
And I hear that a lot, but without evidence of jurisdiction, the court would lack standing to proceed.
You are incorrect.
And how
Moving on.
How could the court proceed without jurisdiction?
Moving on. You can file a motion to jurisdiction, and I will hear it on the day of pretrial. All motions will be heard at time of pretrial. Because the prosecutor must have an opportunity to read your motion and present evidence on his behalf.
Is that what the September? I'm sorry.
I'm not the prosecutor.
Is that what the September 6th date is? Is that a pretrial or just a conversation?
I will need to know what the next pretrial date is. The clerk there has my schedule for the year.
So that's the September 6th date, right? Okay, so we'll come in and speak with you on September 6th.
You will present your evidence at that time, and the prosecutor will be at that time to present his evidence as well. You will need to have your pretrial motions filed at least
They're already...
7 days prior to that time, so that the prosecutor will have an opportunity to review them and present evidence as to his stance.
And we filed the motions today
With the court clerk.
at the
Good,
court clerk.
good.
Okay.
So
Then I will see you on the date of
Everything on our end
pretrial.
is handled.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, everything is, yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. Come in September the 6th.
And does the
That's okay.
time matter? There's not a time on.
Yeah, wait a minute.